Up next is Gianna Pisano. Gianna is the president of GAP and has been on the GAP board for 3 years. A senior in the McDonough School of Business, double majoring in marketing and management, Gianna hails from Germantown, Maryland. In addition to GAP, Gianna has written for Georgetown's newspaper, The Hoya, was the director of marketing for the Own It Women's Leadership Summit, worked as a resident assistant in Kennedy Hall, has been a help desk employee at the MSB Technology Center, and was an MSB Summer Research Fellow. Gianna spent the fall of her junior year studying abroad in Copenhagen, Denmark, and had the chance to visit 13 countries and become really good at riding a bike. After graduation, Gianna will spend the summer on a farm in Sicily before moving to the San Francisco Bay Area in California, where she will be working at Facebook. Please welcome Gianna Pisano.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gianna Pisano, and I wanted to start by saying congratulations on your acceptance to Georgetown. So I want to go back to the beginning. It was a chilly March day when I heard the mailman pull up to our mailbox. That walk back, deceivingly small letter in hand, felt like the longest walk in the world. Even longer than when my dad makes me take down the recycling bins. Thanks, Dad. I had a feeling that the thickness of the envelope was a good sign, though, mostly thanks to the hours I spent on College Confidential reading acceptance letter theories. Reading my acceptance letter was one of the happiest moments of my life, but that was just the start. I'd like to think that if life is like a book, Georgetown comprises some of the very best chapters. The prologue of my Georgetown book is a nerdy Gianna in high school, involved in student government, journalism, and actually the varsity athlete and field hockey captain who really just played on the bench. I mean, I would win the sportsmanship award every time, which basically means you're nice, but you're not that good. I was eager to start college and find what I was really passionate about. I was ready to learn more about myself, probably not unlike many of you in this room. Then comes college, the start of the first chapter. Freshman year brought me confusion about what to major in. I realized that my varsity athlete days were far behind me as I got incredibly winded while walking up Georgetown's hills. Freshman year provided floor bonding activities like going to see a show at the Kennedy Center, but it also brought tough decisions, like which of the 3 amazing cupcake bakeries within a 10-minute walk from the front gates you're going to choose. Spoiler, you will celebrate the end of Accounting 101 or Microeconomics with a favorite, and I strongly recommend Unicorns and Rainbows from Baked and Wired. Chapter 2, sophomore year. This is the real rising action of a Georgetown experience. I discovered day trips to Annapolis and Baltimore with my friends, returning to our DC haven just hours later. I bonded closely with people who shared my obsession with Trader Joe's and understood my intense fear of elevators. We tried every new coffee shop in every nook and cranny neighborhood in DC, but would just order lattes every time. And this was also when I realized that I loved marketing and wanted to pursue it as a career. I was especially inspired by some of my incredible professors in the McDonough School of Business. At Georgetown, you too will find your passion. You'll find the class where you can't wait to read the textbook. Okay, most of the time. Chapter 3 is junior year. I always knew Georgetown's international presence was large, as I met friends from over 13 countries just in my freshman year. Then I went abroad to Copenhagen, Denmark, during the fall of my junior year and visited 13 different countries myself, truly realizing the global bandwidth of a Georgetown education. Chapter 4 brings us here, to senior year. The conclusion. Senior year has been a combination of moments outside the classroom that really brought my Georgetown classes to life. To name a few, discussing theories of every Black Mirror episode ever created, over half-price burgers with purchase of a drink, on Mondays at the Tombs. Long, winding walks back from the AMC Theater on K Street after seeing life-changing films like Black Panther and Call Me By Your Name with my friends, uncovering my inner film critic. I even got the chance to write a book of my own for one of my classes entitled How We Met, Stories of Love in the Modern Age, which is about love and human connection in today's society. Also, it's available for pre-order right now on Amazon for just 99 cents. Yes, that's a shameless plug. And of course, with every good book comes characters. There's the cast of people at Georgetown who have made their way into my story, and I can't imagine life without the incredible people that I've met here. Yes, there are incredible people everywhere, but I'm a firm believer that Georgetown attracts some of the brightest minds. People who tell the funniest jokes and have the deepest intellects, the strongest beliefs followed by the most intelligent of discussions. I mean, my friends have interned at the White House, stood their ground at some of DC's most influential and world-changing marches and rallies, traveled to India to study abroad, and even launched successful startups. I'm starting to think that Hoyas can do anything. One of the best parts of Georgetown is the people who surround you and who support you during times of celebration or need, and who challenge you to be your best self. I read once that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time around. We are all incredibly influenced by our friends, our professors, and our families. They will inspire you, kickstart your ideas, and make you a better person. I know that if you choose Georgetown, you will find your 5 and love them hard. So the epilogue of this book, me next year moving across the country to San Francisco. And I've spent my whole life on the East Coast, but I know that many members of my Hoya family will be with me out west as I tackle adulthood. Georgetown gives you knowledge, but it also gives you a network. It gives you friends in whichever city you might choose to live, and professors that are just an email away when you realize you forgot how to use Microsoft Excel on the first day of work. The table of contents jumps all over the place, and the works cited has countless people who have helped along this journey. But my Georgetown story is one that I could read and reread dozens of times. If I could do it all again, I'd pick Georgetown twice. I could write and rewrite this book until it filled a whole library. In fact, I'd give all the unicorn and rainbows baked in wired cupcakes to be in your seats right now, about to write your own book and start the incredibly transformative experience that is college. The next chapter of your life is about to begin, and you are holding the pen. Class of 2022, it's time to turn the page. So go on and write your own story, and I sincerely hope that it takes place at Georgetown. Thank you, and Hoya Saxa.